Lee Hall in high definition. News 3 starts now.
Good morning, Macomb. We go straight live to Emily Manley at City Hall.
300 block of University Drive, 3:52 p.m. Thursday, September 29th, after a pedestrian walking in the area placed a call to McDonough County 911 reporting the discovery of an individual who was unresponsive. Upon arrival, officers discovered Macomb Fire Chief Andy Taylor, 46, who was pronounced dead at the scene on McDonough County Coroner Eric James. According to Macomb Deputy Chief of Police Eric Bernard, the death is under investigation by the Macomb Police Department and the McDonough County Coroner's Office. However, no foul play is indicated. A preliminary investigation by the Macomb Police Department indicates the death was self-induced.
Chief Taylor was a 20-year veteran of the Macomb Fire Department, having been hired in October of 1996. He was promoted to lieutenant and named the department's training officer in 2004. He was promoted to captain of operations in 2009, and Taylor was appointed fire chief and had served with distinction for 10 years, having been first appointed chief in August of 2006. Our prayers and unwavering support go out to Andy's wife, Margaret, and their sons, as well as his brothers, parents, and his extended family. Our fire department has lost a well-respected leader, and our community has lost a dedicated public servant and friend. Counseling staff from the McDonough District Hospital Behavioral Health Services will continue to be available to support fire personnel and city staff during this difficult time. The Macomb Police were assisted at the scene by officers of Western Illinois University's Office of Public Safety, and funeral arrangements are pending at Clugston Tibbetts Funeral Home in Macomb. We understand that the public shares in our grief and our loss, but we'd ask that the media respect the privacy of the Taylor family and the privacy of Andy's colleagues at the Macomb Fire Department. We'll take some limited questions now. So please identify yourself, and if we don't go through you anyway, we'll take some questions. Yes, sir.
Next to H. Go ahead. First of all, I just want to say very sorry for your loss and worked with that for the last 5 years to occur in the issue and feel like it's absolute. So very sorry about that. I guess in the time being, who is filling in? I guess as an interim chief of the department.
Deputy Chief Jared Hyde will be the interim fire chief until we can get with the council and work on a permanent replacement for Chief. Anything else? All right, we would thank you for being here, and again, we would ask for your respect of the privacy of the Taylor family. And if you have individual questions, those of us here will be in the building and around this room for the next several minutes. So thank you very much. I'm sorry, the city administrator.
From our crew at the scene again a little later on, in case you're just
There's our prepared statements there as well.
in case you're just tuning in. Death is under investigation. Andy has been with the department for 20 years.
He was fire chief for 10 years. City officials have now confirmed that the body found Thursday afternoon is that of 46-year-old Macomb Fire Chief Andy Taylor. We can also confirm that his death was a suicide. Funeral plans are pending.
The body was found in the woods near the northeast corner of WIU's campus around
Sometime in the afternoon. People found Taylor while walking a trail in those woods. Taylor was with the Macomb Fire Department for 20 years.
He was married and a father of 2 children. Taylor graduated from Western Illinois University in 2002 with a degree in law enforcement and justice administration.
Before becoming fire chief, Taylor was a firefighter for Macomb. We're taking you now to a map that shows where Taylor's body was found. The trail is located just behind Tri-States Public Radio off of Highway 67.
The trail near where an old movie theater was demolished is where people found Taylor's body.
Last night's Town and Gown event was canceled just an hour before it was set to begin. Mayor Mike Inman called off the event upon finding out about Taylor's death.
The annual Town and Gown event is held at the Forum to celebrate the kickoff of WIU's Homecoming Week.
Many university and city officials are in attendance at this event each year.
Flags are lowered to half-staff across WIU's campus and across the city. This began last night and is still going on today.
News 3 reached out to WIU President Jack Thomas, who said the university lowers the flag in the event that an area or state official passes away. In
more local news, the city of Macomb is taking another step toward the downtown revitalization project.
Residents can expect 10 new lights around the alleyways in Macomb. The lights will cost around $21,000, and the funds are coming out of the downtown revitalization project. Downtown Development Director Kristen Terry says these new lights will still have the historic feel to them.
We put out a lot more light. They're about 250 watts, and they go downward, and they still have the historic feel and look, but they're amazing. They're a lot bigger, and they have a ring around it to make it look more historic. You'll be amazed.
Residents can expect the lights to start being put up this week and will be completed before the end of October.
Freshman enrollment numbers are down at WIU, but administration is not getting discouraged.
According to WIU's website, there are 2,013 full-time freshmen enrolled this fall. In the fall of 2015, there were 227 more enrolled. President Jack Thomas said although numbers are down, he's hopeful about the future.
Overall, we're down, and while we want to acknowledge that we're down, it was really because we graduated a large senior class. What we're really celebrating is the fact that our freshman numbers remained level.
Retention and graduation rates and recruiting, all of that's everybody's job. And so we're very pleased with what happened last year, but we feel that we can do better.
For in-person recruitment, all incoming freshmen received a 3% tuition reduction. The Black Lives Matter movement comes to WIU campus.
Students gathered in and outside of the student union to bring light to the recent violent attacks close to home and across the country. The peaceful protest brought people to reflect on their own experiences.
Put this together with the Black Student Association because I had personal experience of my brother being shot and killed 26 times by the police. Overkill. It hurt. It hurt. That was my brother.
For more information on the movement, visit the Gwendolyn Brooks Multicultural Center.
In news around the state, 2 different shootings on the Eisenhower Expressway in Chicago killed 2 people and left another injured Thursday.
Police say a man was killed and his girlfriend left in critical condition in the first shooting early this morning. Later in the morning, a man was shot at an exit ramp on the Eisenhower Expressway. He died after getting to the hospital. Police are investigating. It's unknown if the shootings are connected.
A train crash in Hoboken, New Jersey has left 1 person dead and over 100 injured. Officials are now trying to piece together exactly what happened and what caused the crash. Scott McLean has the latest from the scene.
The rush hour commute turned into a scene of chaos this morning. A 4-car commuter train slammed into the station in Hoboken, New Jersey, just across the Hudson River from New York City. The crash around 8:45 a.m. caused part of the building's glass canopy to collapse. 34-year-old Fabiola Bitter de Kroon was killed on the platform. Over 100 others were injured. This survivor says he was standing in the front car when it crashed.
It was a loud bang, yeah. It just seemed like it didn't stop, and then the lights went out. And then the roof just came down on it.
New Jersey Governor Chris Christie offered his condolences and promised quick action.
We pray for the family of the one fatality that we have confirmed. We're going to work together to make sure that the investigation is seamless and coordinated, that we come to a conclusion as quickly as possible.
The NTSB is already on scene investigating.
We can currently access the locomotive, which is at the end of this train. And we'll be pulling the event recorder this evening. From the event recorder, we hope to get information such as speed and braking.
But NTSB Vice Chairman Bella Dinzar does not expect answers to come quickly.
Our mission is to not just understand what happened, but to understand why it happened so that we can prevent it from happening again. We will not be determining the probable cause while on scene, and we do not speculate what may have caused the accident.
In Hoboken, New Jersey, I'm Scott McLean.
We now know the engineer operating the train involved in the crash is 48-year-old Thomas Gallagher. Gallagher has been an employee of New Jersey Transit for 29 years, according to the New Jersey Transit spokeswoman Nancy Snyder. Authorities said earlier that Gallagher was treated and released from the hospital and is cooperating with investigators.
Back in Macomb this Saturday is the Out of Darkness Walk. The walks are sponsored by the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. They will raise awareness and provide support to survivors of suicide loss. This event will start at 10 a.m. at the Lakeview Nature Center in Macomb.
Due to road closures and limited parking, the Lakeview Nature Center will provide a shuttle service from the crossing parking lot on West Jackson Street between 8:30 and 9:30 a.m. Former NFL player Mike Wagner will serve as WIU Homecoming Grand Marshal. Wagner will return to his old stomping grounds this homecoming to participate in the 2016 homecoming activities, which will include the homecoming parade October 8th. Wagner played 10 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers and won 4 Super Bowl titles. Wagner will also be recognized during halftime at the Leatherneck homecoming football game against Indiana State. When we come back, a member of the WIU Homecoming Executive Board will join us live in the studio to tell us about all of the exciting events coming up to celebrate the purple and gold. Don't go away. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
Live from Salee Hall in high definition. Live at 4 continues.
Welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. Homecoming is always a big deal around campus. With all of the events going on, there's many ways to get involved. Sitting with me is the co-director of the Homecoming Committee, Cody Woodman. Thank you for joining us this morning.
You're welcome.
So how did you become co-director of Homecoming?
I've been a part of Homecoming my 4 years here, and eventually I was on committee last year, and then I'm like, why not go for director? And so applied for it and then became director.
So what are your job duties as co-director?
Job duties, I'm one of the 2 people that oversee. It's myself and Grant Reed. We oversee the committee and make sure that everything goes well on planning.
So I see you're wearing a t-shirt for the theme. Explain the theme to me.
All right, our theme is Rocking Space. Our pride is out of this world. And we wanted to go from an aspect of that WIU and Macomb isn't just in Macomb. It's all over. We go from here and then spread out all over the place.
So there's lots of events going on. Which one are you most looking forward to?
One that I've had true to my heart since I started here as the Homecoming Parade on Saturday. It's just amazing, and I just love the connection between the community.
So are you in the parade then?
We will be, as a committee, in the parade, and then we will enjoy it from there.
So which event brings in the biggest crowd? Is it the parade or is it something else?
We have a couple events that bring in huge crowds. Our variety show, Yell Like Hell, parade, and then definitely the football game when all the alum come back and enjoy that Saturday with the parade and homecoming football game.
So are there any events that haven't been done that you want to see in the future?
Truthfully, I am enjoying every event that we have. If there is room to add more, definitely, but I enjoy the ones that we have now.
So explain to me some of the events then, like the variety show and the Yell Like Hell and the Deck the Campus.
Today is our start. We have Paint the Paws at 1 and 3 o'clock today. And then we go into tomorrow with Paint the Town, and then Boat Regatta on Sunday. Deck the Campus. Also on Sunday, Tuesday variety show, Thursday Yell Like Hell, and then Saturday is parade and football game.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you want to get involved in the homecoming activities, you can find the event schedule on WIU's website.
Welcome back to Good Morning Macomb. Taking a look out over Macomb downtown square, we have those clouds that are in place, kind of keeping our temperatures down this morning. And that's going to stay in place for majority of the day, as our temperatures should only reach right around 68 degrees for today. Going into currently here, we do have a temperature of 59, so we're already getting close to that high for today. But we do have an 85% humidity, and that's because of those clouds and a low pressure system off to our east that's bringing in that nice moisture from Canada. As we look around our region, we have right around upper 50s. We do have a few warm spots where the clouds have broken, like in Springfield, we have 61, and Burlington at 60. But pretty much everybody else is in the upper 50s, with Galesburg at 58, Bloomington at 59, and then Quincy at 58. Looking at our surface map, there's that low pressure off sitting in Indiana that I was talking about a little earlier. It's bringing that nice Canada cool air down, and it's just kind of invading the region. We do have the clouds coming off of that low pressure system that's kind of invading our area, and there's also some rain coming with it. And we look at our Midwest weather tracker, and it shows where that low pressure system's spinning, and it's just right about there. And that rain's just kind of spinning right around the low, and it's bringing it off the lake, and it's bringing those showers down into central Illinois. That's going to continue to push our way, so that could start affecting us for those high school football games that are tonight, but I'll let you know about that a little later. Tracking our tropics, we have Hurricane Matthew spinning off the northern coast of South America, and that's expected to turn to the north. Now, we're not quite sure where it's going to go yet, and that's going to be determined in the next coming days. It could turn into the Gulf, or it could just graze the eastern coast. But I am going to say that it's most likely going to make landfall in the U.S. somewhere. But we're not sure how bad or how long it's going to be on land. Now, whenever we go back here at home, we have cloudy skies for today, high of 68 degrees, but that wind out of the north is going to make it feel probably in the 50s. But that's not quite fall temperatures like we expect around here. For tonight, for those high school football games, we're going to have some showers late in our area. We're not expecting very much out of these showers, but we will have a low of 57 because of them. The winds will be out of the north again at 11 miles an hour as that low continues to spin. Going into our high school football forecast for tonight, the Macomb Bombers are taking on the Titans. At kickoff, we will have 63 degrees under a cloudy sky. For the halftime, it should be about 60, and then that's going to follow us throughout the rest of the game. Into our game day forecast for tomorrow, for tomorrow, the Leathernecks take on the Jackrabbits in South Dakota. Kickoff at 6 p.m., and we have a temperature of 64 at kickoff, and by the end of the game, it should be 60. Now, for your 5-day forecast from the Storm Team 3, we have showers back home on Saturday, and then we start our warming trend into Tuesday. The high of 81 on Tuesday under sunny skies, and then rain chances do return in Wednesday with a high of 76.
No, I think this is just perfect weather. 60s are wonderful weather for any sport you go to watch. But then also we get that warmth in the 80s on Thursday, I think it is, coming up.
Yeah,
looks good.
It's going to be a nice roller coaster ride.
I'm excited for it.
I am too.
Yes. When we come back, News 3's Emily Manley joins us live for continuing coverage of Andy Taylor's death. We'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. At the top of the newscast, we brought you breaking news of a city employee's death.
The body of 46-year-old Macomb Fire Chief Andy Taylor was found by passerbys on Thursday afternoon in a wooded area near the university. He died of an apparent suicide.
We go to News 3's Emily Manley, who is at the press conference this morning and has more updates. Emily?
Bree and Cora, we are here at City Hall where the mayor just addressed the media talking about the body that was found on the 300 block of University Avenue, and it was the fire chief, Andy Taylor. They say that he was not, it was self-induced, and it was behind Tri-State's Public Radio, which is on the University Drive, the map that you're seeing right now. It is that red area, and that is where they found it. They said that it was not a WIU student. It was just a pedestrian walking. The call went into the 911 center at 3:52 p.m. on Thursday. Now, Andy Taylor has been the chief here for Macomb Fire Department since 2006. He first started with Macomb Fire in 1996. He was also an adjunct instructor at Western Illinois University. He has been there for many years, teaching in the LEJA, about fire and about being in criminal justice. Now, they say that they are asking the media to respect the family. Mayor Mike Inman told me that one of his biggest memories of Andy Taylor was that he was hardworking, always professional, and he always had a way to smile and to make everything better. The city is mourning, and they have asked to put the flags at half staff. Now, they did pick a chief interim for right now until city goes through the process of hiring a new chief. The interim is J.R. Hyde. He is the new chief for the Macomb Fire Department. Now, they did say that this was self-induced. They did not say any more than that. We will keep you up to date with anything more that we find. But until then, this is a city mourning that is very sad. And the mayor said this is something that, you know, it's sad for everyone in this community because he was such a big part of this community, being the chief for the past 10 years. But until then, we are here at City Hall. Emily Manley, News 3.
Thank you, Emily. In case you're just tuning in, city officials have confirmed that the body found Thursday afternoon is that of 46-year-old Macomb Fire Chief Andy Taylor. We can also confirm that the death was a suicide. Funeral plans are pending.
The body was found in the woods northeast on the northeast corner of WIU's campus. People found Taylor while walking a trail in those woods. We can confirm that the people who found the body were not students. We'll be right back in 2 minutes. You're watching Good Morning Macomb.
Your last look at your 5-day forecast shows Saturday we have that rain chance coming back in with a high of 69 degrees. Then we start our warming trend into the week. We have 81 degrees on Tuesday with a sunny sky, but rain chances do return on Wednesday with a high of 76. Now tonight it's going to be a little interesting. They're going to be dodging those rain chances at those football games tonight. I know the Bombers take on the Titans at home, so that's going to be, it's their homecoming. It's going to be a nice game. It's going to be nice and cool. And then we also have our featured game of the week down at Brown County versus Camp Point Central. I get to go down there and hopefully not have to put on the rain suit to record that game.
That would definitely be interesting if you had rain.
Yes, it would.
Yes, but I'm not looking forward to that hot temperatures.
Oh, I love this weather. It's the perfect range. I can wear my favorite sweaters and then I can wear my favorite tank top, so it's perfect.
Thank you, JT. Before we leave you, we want to say from all of us at News 3, our prayers and thoughts are with the family of Andy Taylor.
On average, we lose one first responder to suicide every 2 to 3 days. According to Firefighter Behavioral Health Alliance, this year alone, 70 firefighters have taken their own lives in the United States.
If you or someone you know is experiencing suicidal thoughts, there are resources available. The number at the bottom of your screen can connect you to someone that can talk to.
Thank you all for joining us.